Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood and sports celebrity updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. Today's story is a seismic event in the world of Major League Baseball and sports. Business Fernando Tatis Jr., the star shortstop for the San Diego Padres, has just filed a lawsuit that could redefine athlete financing forever. This is not just a legal drama, it's a deeply personal battle, a high-stakes financial chess match, and a fight for justice that goes far beyond one player's bank account. In a bold move, Tatis is suing Big League Advance Blair, the controversial company that gave him money as a teenager in exchange for a cut of his future earnings. Now, with a $340 million contract and millions on the line, Tatis wants out. In this explosive 3,500-word expose, we break down the entire situation, how it started, why Tatis is fighting back, what Blair is saying, and what this all means for young athletes around the world. Let's rewind the clock to 2017. Fernando Tatis Jr. was just 17 years old, a talented prospect from the Dominican Republic with big dreams, but no guaranteed future, like many young players in Latin America. He faced uncertain odds of making it to the majors. That's when Big League Advance entered the picture. The company offered him a deal. Take a large sum of cash up front in Tatis's case, reportedly $2 million, and in return, agreed to give them 10% of his future MLB earnings if he makes it big. At the time, it seemed like a smart hedge. If Tatis never reached the majors, he'd keep the money with no obligation to pay it back. Fast forward to 2021, Tatis signs a jaw-dropping 14-year, $340 million contract with the Padres. Suddenly, that 10% promise becomes very real. Based on his current contract, BLA is now owed around $34 million, an astronomical return on their initial investment. But here's where the drama begins. Tatis claims the deal was unfair, deceptive, and possibly illegal. In the lawsuit, filed in California's Superior Court, Tatis alleges that BLA's business model is exploitative and that they failed to comply with California law. His legal team argues that BLA was essentially offering high-interest loans without proper licensing. Under the guise of investments, they claim BLA deliberately targeted vulnerable, young, and often foreign-born players who didn't fully understand what they were signing. Tatis's lawyers are making a bold argument that the contract he signed as a teenager should be voided because it violates state laws designed to protect consumers and workers. They're painting BLA as a predatory organization that took advantage of a desperate young athlete with no bargaining power. But Blair is hitting back hard, calling Tatis's lawsuit a betrayal. Big League Advance has long defended its business model as a way to help struggling minor leaguers. They argue that their contracts are voluntary, and they take all the risk if a player never makes it to the majors. They get nothing back. In a public statement, the company said Tatis's suit is baseless and disrespectful to the many other players who have benefited from their support. They also pointed out that Tatis had legal counsel when signing the deal, and that he willingly accepted the money. So who's right here? Is Tatis a victim of predatory capitalism? Or is he just trying to wriggle out of a deal that no longer benefits him now that he's rich? The answer, as always, lies somewhere in the murky middle, and it raises crucial questions about how young athletes are treated in the modern sports economy. To understand the full picture, we have to look at the history of athlete financing. For decades, companies like Blair have been operating in the shadows of professional sports, offering advances to up-and-coming athletes in exchange for a slice of future earnings. These deals are known as income share agreements, ISA letters, and while they're technically legal, they've sparked fierce debate. Critics say they trap players in long-term contracts with little transparency or recourse. Supporters argue they're a lifeline for poor players who have no other financial options. What makes Tatis's case different is the size of the payout. Most income share agreements involve a few thousand or $100,000, but with Tatis's $340 million deal, BLA stands to make over $30 million, a return that many see as excessive, even obscene. And that's just the start. If Tatis signs another big contract in the future, Block could claim even more. Depending on how the contract was structured, Tatis's lawsuit could set a legal precedent. If he wins, it may pave the way for other athletes to challenge similar agreements. That would be a massive blow to BLA and could disrupt the entire income share business model. On the other hand, if BLA wins, it would reinforce their claim that these are legitimate contracts that help players take control of their futures. But let's not forget what's at the heart of this story: a young man's journey from poverty to superstardom, and the hidden costs of that journey. Fernando Tatis Jr. is not just a baseball player. He's a symbol of hope, determination, and now controversy. He's also someone who, despite his fame and fortune, is still navigating the complex world of contracts, lawyers, and corporate power. As the case moves forward, the baseball world will be watching closely. Already, players' unions and advocates are weighing in, calling for greater transparency and regulation of athlete financing. Some are demanding that MLB step in to protect young prospects, especially those from impoverished backgrounds who are often targeted by these deals. Tatis himself has remained relatively quiet about the lawsuit publicly. He's focused on the field, where he continues to deliver electrifying performances. But make no mistake, this legal battle is personal. It's about reclaiming his financial freedom, yes, but it's also about taking a stand against a system that many believe is rigged against the very athletes it claims to support. And the fans, they're divided. Some say Tatis is being greedy and should honor his deal. Others believe he was tricked and deserves a way out. But nearly everyone agrees on one thing: this case will change something, whether it leads to new laws, new contracts, or new ways of thinking about athlete compensation. Nothing will ever be quite the same. So, what happens next? The court process will take time, depositions, motions, and perhaps even a trial could unfold over the coming months. In the meantime, Tatis will keep playing, and BLA will keep defending its business. But behind the scenes, the entire world of sports finance is holding its breath. This is Daily Gossip, and we'll be following this story every step of the way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories in celebrity and sports culture. From viral live streams to billion-dollar lawsuits, we bring you the truth behind the headlines. Until next time, stay informed and always read the fine print.